Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, day 3 of learning at home. So we are not doing Super Kids today for reading. A lot of times during reading, we do reading centers. And so I wanted to do some activities that they do in there because I think they are important as well. And the kids love them. So hopefully this will make them just remember our reading centers and just be excited about that. We've done a couple extra lessons the last day in Super Kids, so we are good for a couple days. We can do some other stuff. So I'm going to show you what we're doing. I'll post this video and then I'll post it in Seesaw as well. And we might just have to be a little creative how we're doing this, but we can figure it out together. So first of all, I want to share my screen so I can show you what we're doing. And the kids are used to doing this. This is a center that they do independently while I'm working with small groups. So it should be something they're used to. They're used to getting them out of these little bags. They get them out, they put them in the pocket chart, and then together with a partner, they organize them and make a sentence, and then they write the sentences down. So they usually do about 4 of them. So that's what we're going to do today. I have the cards for one of them here. I just put them in random order. That's what I like the kids to do, and then they can figure out the correct order. We have some clues we look for. We know that all sentences begin with an uppercase letter, so we will look for the card that has the uppercase letter. So there we go. And this is a sight word, so we know that is he. So we'll put that to the front. Next, kiddos, we know that all sentences end with some kind of punctuation. This one ends with a period. So I'm going to find the card that has the period. And there it is right there. So I'm going to put that at the back. And then my sentence lined up pretty good. I can either choose from he is a farmer, or I can switch them around and see if this works. He is farmer. Well, that doesn't sound right, so we're going to go back with the first choice. But that's just what the kids do. They figure out what sounds best. I tell them just to read it and see what makes the most sense. So our sentence is, and again, they can read all of this. The one they might not be able to read has a picture, so that helps them out with that. He is a farmer. And then they'll get a piece of paper and they'll have to write their sentence. Again, our sentences begin with an uppercase letter. We have 2 finger spaces in between the words. And we're using our ice cream lines like we should for our uppercase letters, or our tall letters. We start the strawberry, we go down to the chocolate. Our letters are all sitting on that chocolate line. Okay, we use our vanilla line for most of our lowercase letters. And then our sentence ends with a period. Okay, it's real important that they continue to follow these rules: the uppercase letter, the punctuation, the finger spaces in between. Okay, a quick little lesson that I've been talking to my kids about, so I want to just reaffirm that with them. In farmer, I have this A and the R together, and we've been learning that some vowels, and remember kids, our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Our vowels are special because they can make a short A or the short vowel sound, and then they can make that long vowel sound when they say their name. But these vowels are a little special when they have this R after them, because those vowels are controlled by that R. So instead of saying A or A, together these say R. And at the end we have another one. We have the E and the R. And so instead of saying E or E, that R makes it say So we have R, Okay, so kids, if you remember that, you can sound out most of these words too. Okay, all right, so there will be 4 of these sentences. I will take pictures of them and post them on Seesaw. I'll also post them on Facebook. So if you can't get into Seesaw, that's fine. I'll take pictures of them, of just this part of it, except I'll have them mixed up. And then on a separate piece of paper, your child can write the 4 sentences. If they want to draw a picture of their favorite sentence, we do that as well. And then you can just take a picture and send it back to me on Seesaw. If you can't get into Seesaw, you can take a picture and send it to me through Messenger. Okay. The other thing I'd like to try to do in reading today is something else that we do in centers. This is going to be a little more difficult to do at home, but I think we can figure it out. Usually I have magnetic letters, and I don't know if I brought those home or not, but usually I have magnetic letters that we will we'll put the letters up here. These are all the letters we need. And so we put the magnetic letters up there, so then we can just pull them down. Our red one is the vowel, okay? The rest are the consonants. And so then what the kids do is they see this as a pod, and probably this assignment, this activity, the hardest thing is sometimes figuring out what all these words are. So we'll look at those together. We know that they all have to have a short O sound in the middle. So they all have to have an ah in the middle, and that helps. And then they all have to use these letters up here. So the kids figure out, or I tell them what these words are. They build them with magnetic letters, and then they write them down here. Well, obviously your kids don't have this paper at home, but I just thought they could do this even on the back side of this paper. They could turn it over and they could just write these words for me, okay? So for instance, this is a pod. So again, they build it here. They don't have to do that part, but they could write it down here. So I know pod, p, a, d, p, p. I know that will be my P. A will be my O. D, d, that's going to be my D. So all three of my letters are right up there, okay? So we can go and try to make sure we're forming our letters correctly. See, this P is what we call a basement letter. It goes down below the line. And then the O sits on the line. And then our D is an attic letter. It goes all the way up. Okay, so there'll be eight words that they can write for me on a separate piece of paper. And let's look at the pictures. We have pod. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out. I thought that was mud, so we'll have to look. Oh, hog, pot, hot. We have dog, nod, hop, mop. Again, just figuring out what some of these pictures are with the short O sound sometimes is the trickiest part, even for the adults. So sometimes the kids might struggle with that part. Okay, guys, so those are going to be your 2 assignments for today for reading. Of course, you can always look at our videos on Facebook, do your letters and sounds, do some of your sight words. You can practice those all the time. And let me get back here so I can say goodbye to you guys. All right, you guys have a great day. Work hard on this. We'll talk to you later. Bye.